The market pays the patient. The psychology of waiting and trading. 1. Introduction. Every trader begins the same way, with a dream. The dream of freedom. The dream of control. The dream of turning knowledge into wealth. But the market, with its quiet cruelty and perfect memory, does not pay the smartest. It does not pay the loudest. It does not pay the ones who click the most buttons or stare at the screen the longest. The market pays the patient. Patience is not just a trading skill. It's a spiritual weapon. It's what separates gamblers from professionals, beginners from masters, dreamers from doers. Many traders come into the market thinking success is about finding the perfect strategy. But in truth, success comes from mastering the moments between trades, the silence, the waiting, the uncertainty that drives most people insane. Every tick of the market is a test. A test of your impulse. A test of your control. A test of whether you are ready to wait for the trade that truly belongs to you. And that's what this is about, the psychology of waiting. The discipline of doing nothing until it's time to strike. 2. The trap of impatience. Most traders lose not because they lack skill, but because they lack patience. Impatience is a virus. It infects your thoughts, rushes your actions, blinds your vision. You open your chart, you see the candles move, and something inside whispers, "You're missing out." You chase. You enter too early. You exit too soon. You turn every candle into a signal, every pullback into a setup, every loss into revenge. And the worst part? The market rewards impatience just enough to keep you addicted. Sometimes you'll get lucky. You'll break your rules, enter impulsively, and it'll work just once. And your brain will remember that feeling. It will crave it. That's how impatience becomes your greatest enemy. It doesn't destroy you immediately. It eats you slowly. The impatient trader is always busy but never progressing. They're always watching but never truly seeing. Always analyzing but never waiting for confirmation. The market has no mercy for those who cannot wait. Every great trade starts in boredom. Every losing trade starts in excitement. If you ever feel desperate to click the button, pause. The moment you need to trade, you've already lost control. 3. The power of waiting. Waiting is not weakness. Waiting is power. In trading, patience is not passive, it's preparation. The best traders are not those who find setups every hour, but those who can sit for days waiting for the market to align with their plan. They understand that the market moves in cycles: manipulation, expansion, distribution. They wait for liquidity to be taken. They wait for confirmation. They wait for their moment. And when that moment comes, they act without hesitation. Patience is what gives meaning to precision. Without patience, there is no accuracy. Without waiting, there is no timing. Think about it. The hunter doesn't chase the deer through the forest. He hides, still and silent, for hours. He studies the wind, the sound, the movement. Then, when the moment comes, one shot. Clean. Perfect. That's how trading works. The patient trader doesn't chase. He watches. He studies. He waits for the perfect imbalance, the manipulation, the displacement that confirms his bias. He knows that one well-executed trade a week can change everything. The impatient trader wants movement. The patient trader wants alignment. Waiting turns chaos into clarity. It turns randomness into opportunity. 4. The emotional battle. Patience is not about time. It's about emotion. When you wait, your mind starts to speak louder. Doubt, fear, greed, they all wake up. Maybe I missed it. What if the market runs without me? What if this is the one setup I should take? These are not market signals. They are emotional traps. A professional trader doesn't fight the market. He fights himself. The real battle is internal, against the urge to act, against the fear of missing out, against the addiction to movement. The best traders are emotionally detached. They are calm when others panic, silent when others scream. They understand that not trading is a decision too, a profitable one. Every time you resist the urge to force a trade, you save money. Every time you choose patience over impulse, your edge sharpens. Your trading account doesn't need more trades, it needs better ones. Patience builds emotional capital. Emotional capital builds longevity, and longevity builds wealth. 5. The discipline of stillness. To master patience, you must learn the art of stillness. Stillness doesn't mean inaction. It means controlled presence, being aware, alert, and ready, but not reacting to every noise. In a world that rewards speed, stillness becomes rebellion. Most traders overtrade because they confuse movement with progress. They think the more they click, the more they'll earn. But trading is not farming, it's hunting. The more you move, the more you scare your opportunity away. Stillness means letting go of the need to control every outcome. It means understanding that your job is not to make the market move. Your job is to wait until it moves your way. It means accepting that waiting is part of winning. The most dangerous trader is the one who has mastered stillness. Because when they move, it's with intention. Every entry has meaning. Every exit has logic. Every loss has learning. Stillness is focus. Focus is power. 6. Lessons from great traders. Every legendary trader in history has one thing in common. They waited for their moment. Jesse Livermore once said, "It was never my thinking that made me the big money. It was my sitting." Paul Tudor Jones, one of the greatest traders alive, said, "Don't focus on making money. Focus on protecting what you have." Warren Buffett calls the stock market a mechanism for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. These are not quotes. They are warnings from those who've seen it all. Livermore waited weeks for a setup. Tudor Jones stayed out for months. They understood that not every candle deserves your attention. When the best traders lose, they lose small. When they win big, because they waited. Waiting is not boring when you know what you're waiting for. If you've done your analysis, marked your zones, set your alerts, and nothing aligns, close your charts. Walk away. Go live life. The market will still be there tomorrow. You don't get paid for activity. You get paid for accuracy. 7. Mastery through patience. Patience is the final stage of trading mastery. At first, you chase every move. You enter early, exit late, and question yourself with every candle. Then you start to learn structure, liquidity, and setups. Finally, you realize trading is not about doing more. It's about doing less with more precision. That's when you evolve from a trader into a strategist. You begin to see what others can't. You see manipulation, accumulation, and expansion before they happen. You understand that time is your ally, not your enemy. When you are patient, your vision clears. You stop forcing trades. You start waiting for the market to come to you. You stop asking, "When will the setup appear?" and start saying, "When it's ready, I'll be ready." That is true mastery, to move only when everything aligns. The time, the liquidity, the structure, the bias, the confidence. Patience builds precision. Precision builds confidence. Confidence builds consistency. And consistency builds wealth. Remember this. Fast profits fade, but disciplined profits last. The impatient trader seeks adrenaline. The patient trader seeks growth. One burns out. The other compounds. 8. Final words. The market is a mirror. It shows you exactly who you are. If you are emotional, it will expose you. If you are impatient, it will punish you. If you are patient, it will reward you. Every time you stare at a chart, remember this. You're not here to fight the market. You're here to master yourself. Trading is not about finding more setups. It's about finding more control. Your goal is not to trade every day. Your goal is to wait for your day. The day when your analysis, your psychology, and your patience align, that's the day you earn. So slow down. Observe. Breathe. Wait. Because the market pays the patient. And if you can master the art of waiting, you can master everything. And please subscribe for more.